From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. Well, more snow is likely on the way for the Atlantic coast as a storm will rapidly intensify along the Atlantic coast of the U.S. this weekend, and it is forecast to bring accumulating snow to parts of the southeast and a close call with heavy snow along the mid-Atlantic and New England coasts. This powerful storm will raise winds and seas, leading to significant coastal flooding and beach erosion as well. Blizzard conditions are also likely in the hardest hit areas. As heavy snow impacts major airport hubs from Charlotte to Boston this weekend, airline delays will mount, and travel along a portion of Interstate 95 may slow to a standstill in some areas. As the storm develops Friday in the southern part of the U.S., spotty rain will break out along the Gulf Coast, the Florida Peninsula, and the southern Atlantic coast. Farther inland over Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, and the Carolinas, the patches of snow or a mixture of rain and snow will unfold. As the storm strengthens from Friday night into Saturday, the extent and intensity of snow and wintry mix will increase across Georgia and the Carolinas. Now, there is a high chance that at least an inch of snow will fall on much of North Carolina, northern South Carolina, and southern Virginia from the storm from late Friday through Saturday. For North Carolina cities such as Charlotte, Raleigh, and Greensboro, this could be the biggest snowstorm in decades. In Charlotte, the most recent benchmark storm was 3.5 inches back in January of 2018, and this weekend's storm is well within that reach. Going farther back, a storm in late February of 2004 was one of the biggest on record, with 13.2 inches falling. In late January of 2003, a storm brought 8.5 inches. In Raleigh, a storm brought 7 inches in December of 2018 and could easily be eclipsed by this weekend's storm. The biggest snowstorm on record occurred in late January of 2000 when 20.3 inches of snow fell. In early January 2002, a storm brought nearly 11 inches. Several inches of snow are forecast across much of North Carolina and southern Virginia. The greatest chance of the storm bringing 6 inches or more in the southeastern states will extend from north-central North Carolina to southeastern Virginia and the southern part of the Delmarva Peninsula. Blizzard conditions are likely in some areas due to strong winds and low visibility as the evolving nor'easter intensifies into a bomb cyclone. As the storm reaches the southern Atlantic coast Saturday, it will rapidly strengthen to what meteorologists call a bomb cyclone. Now, a bomb cyclone is a rapidly strengthening storm that experiences an atmospheric pressure drop of 71 hundredths of an inch of mercury or more in 24 hours or less. Where strong winds push water shoreward along the Atlantic coast from North Carolina to New England, tide levels will surge, creating coastal flooding. Adding to this impact over the weekend will be the proximity of the full moon and normally higher astronomical tides. Because of this, many areas may experience water levels anywhere between 2 and 4 feet higher than what would normally occur without a storm. Locations such as Norfolk, Virginia, North Carolina's Outer Banks, and the wildwoods of New Jersey may be flooded with the worst conditions around high tide this weekend. The track of the storm relative to the coast will not only determine how much snow falls in the southeast from Friday to Saturday, but also how far inland heavy snow can penetrate in the mid-Atlantic and New England from Saturday to Sunday as the storm spins over the Atlantic. AccuWeather meteorologists believe that the most likely zone in the Northeast for 6 to 12 inches of snow will be in southeastern Massachusetts, with 3 to 6 inches of snow in store for the rest of southeastern New England, Long Island, New York, and coastal areas of New Jersey and Delaware. Along Interstate 95 from northern Virginia to New York City, it will be a battle between dry air to the north and west and Atlantic moisture to the south and east. Instead of I-95 being the approximate dividing line between rain, ice, and snow, It will be the boundary between accumulating snow and practically no snow at all. A dozen miles or less may determine the difference between a few flurries to snow-covered roads and slippery conditions. The cities of Boston and Providence, Rhode Island, have a much better chance of receiving half a foot of snow than New York City and Philadelphia. Similar to southeastern Virginia, blizzard conditions may unfold over southeastern New England and eastern Long Island with this storm. In the wake of the storm, Arctic air will surge southward and eastward once again, sending frosts and freezes deep into Florida and many areas of the continental eastern half of the U.S. back into the deep freeze for days. That's all for now. You can find more regional forecasts and science-based articles at AccuWeather.com. And for your local forecast at your fingertips, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. I'll be back tomorrow with more from AccuWeather.